Hey everyone, and welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're tackling a concept you've undoubtedly heard 1,000 times before: working smarter, not harder. But we aren't just going to sit here and swap basic productivity tips today. Oh no. Our source material digs into exactly how to translate this highly abstract concept across completely different mediums using meticulously crafted AI prompts. Whether you're generating images, scripting short-form video hooks, or writing deep analytical essays, how you command the AI absolutely dictates the quality of your output. So let's explore the frameworks from our source that turn a simple cliché into stunning visual and textual assets. Here is our super quick roadmap for today. We'll start with the core metaphor, move into crafting perfect AI visuals, then scripting short-form video hooks, and finally, framing the analytical debate. Okay, let's dive right into this. All right, kicking things off with section 1, the core metaphor. Before we can prompt an AI to generate anything, we really need a visual anchor. And this is basically the most famous visual metaphor for the concept, instantly communicating everything you need to know without saying a single word. On one side, you have the sheer, agonizing friction of hard work, dragging a heavy, sharp-edged cube. And on the other, the ultimate leverage of smart work, effortlessly rolling a perfectly smooth sphere. It hooks us right away because, let's be honest, we can all relate to the pain of pushing that cube. So let's see how this actually builds into real AI generation. Moving right along to section 2, crafting perfect AI visuals. So how exactly do we command powerful AI image generators like Midjourney or DALL-E 3 to bring this to life in totally different styles? Well, here's our first prompt, what our source calls Concept A. You just type in a split-screen concept art illustrating hard work versus smart work. On the left, a stressed worker in a simple modern outfit is sweating and struggling to push a massive heavy stone cube up a hill. On the right, a relaxed, smiling worker is effortlessly rolling a perfectly smooth stone sphere up the same hill. Notice how it doesn't just stop at the basic idea. By specifically asking for a 3D claymation render style and a bright blue sky, you're dictating a clean, friendly aesthetic that's perfect for a corporate presentation or, a professional blog. And the source brilliantly contrasts that first idea with this totally different approach, Concept B. Now, this one is specifically engineered for a high click-through rate. Think dramatic, clicky YouTube thumbnail. It literally asks the AI for a young creator with a shocking, mind-blown expression pointing at a clean, glowing holographic screen displaying a 3D bar chart skyrocketing upwards. And then compare that to the other side of the prompt, which asks for a dark, chaotic scene of someone exhausted, buried under a mountain of messy paperwork, and tangled cords under a single dim light bulb. Honestly, I think we've all had desks that look like that at some point. Let's break down why this prompt is so insanely effective. It leverages extreme visual contrast, right? You've got glowing modern efficiency directly juxtaposed against total chaotic exhaustion under a dim bulb. But the real magic is actually in the technical instructions given to the AI. Using keywords like cinematic lighting, ultra-detailed, photorealistic, and 8K resolution forces the AI to give you a dramatic, eye-catching output. And ending the prompt with the aspect ratio parameter, --AR 16:9, ensures your image is perfectly formatted for a video right out of the gate, saving you a ton of time. Now moving to Concept C, the source introduces an incredible thematic shift. Instead of just basic shapes, it's an ancient versus future metaphor. The prompt asks for a double exposure-style concept art. You have brute force, an ancient Egyptian builder pulling massive stone blocks by hand under a scorching sun, juxtaposed to ultimate leverage, a modern designer at a sleek desk utilizing a glowing blue holographic crane interface to lift those exact same blocks. By adding keywords like dramatic contrast and octane render, it creates such a visually stunning way to reframe that standard cube and sphere metaphor we talked about earlier. Okay, on to section 3, scripting short-form video hooks. Now we're going to shift our energy from static imagery to dynamic video. How do we properly command an AI text writer? Our source provides a totally fantastic architectural prompt for a 60-second script. The secret is you don't just say, write a script. You have to give it steps. Step 1, start with a highly disruptive hook that directly challenges the popular grind set mentality. Wake the viewer up. Step 2, anchor that abstract idea with a highly relatable comparison. The source suggests comparing digging a hole with a handheld shovel versus simply renting an excavator for an hour. Brilliant, right? And step 3, conclude with a clear, actionable takeaway focused on automating repetitive tasks. You're basically guiding the AI to provide immediate value to the viewer. But here is the absolutely crucial detail the source points out. Structure alone just isn't enough. You have to dictate the personality. The prompt explicitly instructs the AI text writer to use a tone that is fast-paced, witty, and highly energetic. If you leave the tone up to the AI, you might end up with this super dry, robotic lecture. Explicitly commanding the vibe ensures your script is actually tailored for the fleeting attention spans of modern scrolling. Finally, Section 4, Framing the Analytical Debate. We are pivoting now from fast-paced content to deep reflection. This is where the source material gets incredibly fascinating for things like long-form essays or academic writing. It offers an analytical prompt centered around this really provocative question. Is smart work simply a modern rebranding of efficiency, or does it actively devalue the foundational discipline learned through traditional hard work? Take a second to really chew on that. By feeding the AI this very specific question, you instantly elevate the output from a generic hustle script to a highly nuanced philosophical debate. It forces an exploration of what we actually might be losing when things become too easy. To get that high-level output, the source suggests providing a very rigid framework. You want to put up guardrails. It specifies the length, a 1,000-word argumentative essay. It defines the core theme, exploring how the rise of AI and automation shifts the balance between effort and leverage. But most importantly, it dictates the required evidence. It specifically tells the AI to provide historical examples where brute force persistence actually succeeded and where clever shortcuts utterly failed. Finally, it demands a specific structure, clear headings, case studies, and a balanced conclusion. By laying down these rules, the prompt ensures a well-rounded, well-argued piece rather than, just a biased, one-sided rant. And that brings us to the core tension of our explainer today. We've seen exactly how to use AI to brilliantly illustrate and script the distinct advantages of working smart. But the analytical side leaves us with a lingering, kind of heavy thought. If artificial intelligence truly becomes the ultimate tool, the ultimate leverage, giving us the ability to effortlessly roll that smooth sphere, what happens to the grit, the resilience, and the human discipline that was traditionally built by pushing the heavy, sharp-edged cube? It's absolutely a question worth pondering as we continue to automate our world. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and keep exploring those prompts.